Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fighters Anthology as we continue with the modded campaign. So we are now on Mission 8 of the Yankee Station 1964 campaign. And here we can go through. Our average damage incurred is 17%. Our average landing grade is 42%. So our wingman is beating us so far. And we've spent... I guess 54 minutes. It feels like it should be longer than that because 8 missions should be 4 hours. I feel like this mission, I wonder if that's just average. Oh, mission averages, yeah. So our average mission time is 54 minutes, 3 seconds. Not our total time. Yeah, only 18% of our air-to-air missiles have hit. Anyways. Binh Bridge collapse. USS Midway, CVA-41, Carrier Air Wing 2. Date 10th of May 1965. Time 1750 hours. Weather partly cloudy. Situation April 10th, 1965. The JCS offers its plan for Rolling Thunder, centered on strikes by Alpha sections against major fixed targets, aka Alpha strikes. April 13th through the 14th, 1965. USAF and VNAF aircraft bombed the Phan Yen Bridge and 3 radar installations. April 15, 1965. Navy carrier aircraft begin bombing NLF or Viet Cong positions in South Vietnam. Air Force and Navy aircraft begin regular armed reconnaissance missions in the southern panhandle of North Vietnam, which include nighttime aerial patrols. The boat landing at Muang Sen in southeast Laos is bombed. April 18th, 1965. U.S. fighter bombers hit the Dong Than Barracks 20 miles northwest of Dong Hoi. May 7th, 1965. Air Force fighter bombers again attacked the Than Hoa Bridge with 750-pound M117s. Despite suffering minor damage, the bridge is quickly repaired and remains standing. Mission objective: fly in and destroy the Binh Bridge, or the Thai Binh Bridge. Order battle flight force size 3, flight position wingman. Recommended aircraft A4. Recommended fuel 6,362 pounds. Recommended equipment none. Recommended weapons Mark 83s. Threat suppression data: ground opposition AAAs, air opposition possible MiGs. Electronic intelligence support craft USS Turner Joy. All right. So it looks like a simple bridge bombing mission. Oh, we've been downgraded to average from good. Let's see. So yeah, pair of slicks. Yeah, I've got wing center line. Yeah, that's all. I could up it to Mark 84s, but I won't. That gives me 4. There, Mark 80. I want... Oh, that only gives me 1. Damn it. I mean, this is effectively the same thing. Let's see. Are these wet hard points? Can I take... Okay, they are. Beer and gallon. A little excessive on the fuel. I'm kind of curious how much... I really hate how, like, okay, well, we can kind of guesstimate roughly 1,000 pounds of fuel. So we'll take the extra fuel just in case our wingmen are excessive in their fuel usage, and because we do have an extra bomb, so we probably won't need that much fuel, but hopefully we can bring some of that back. I just wanted something a little more, just in case. If I wanted to go all out, I could take some... Oh, can I not do... I guess I can't do that. No wingtip sidewinders for the A4 yet, so... Alright, so I guess we'll get into the mission. Alright, so... Because we do have... Yeah, we have like a ton of extra fuel. Oh. There we go. So night should be falling pretty soon. Because it's already like 5:30 local time. Alright.
Puma, ready on the cat. Stand by. Cat 1.
Whee!
Puma, airborne.
There we go. I was going to say it's, what's it letting me take control, but there we go. Oh, I guess there's no reason for me to take control at this point in time. So we'll form up. We'll switch to surface scan. And, between the three of us, we each have 3 Mark 83s, so we should be able to knock out that bridge. Especially since I have a feeling we can be much more accurate with our dumb bombs than they ever could in real life. Because the game doesn't really model wind effects or anything on bombs, I think. Oh, we're taking a low approach. Trying to come in under the radar, maybe? We're not quite low enough for that. Maybe for a top down, if, like, they had an AWACS, but they don't have an AWACS. Alright, we see more friendly aircraft inbound. Looks like some fighters and potentially more A4s or A1s. Yeah, we are about 80 nautical miles from the coastline. There is the Turner Joy. The game lists it as a destroyer escort, but I'm wondering if this wouldn't... Oh yeah, with those missile launchers, that's like probably a... Well, no, I don't think the gearing ever got like a Terrier. Was it Terrier, Talos? I think Terrier was the small one. Because there was Terrier, Talos, and then there was one more, because they were called the 3 Ts, but I think Terrier and Talos were the main ones. For Terrier was kind of the short range, Talos was the longer range. And they have like a Terrier launcher on there. Or at least that's what it looks like. Ah! Maybe. No, that looks... Unless that's like some sort of twin mount. Twin gun mount. I think that's... Oh, there goes our...
Inbound to waypoint Charlie, bearing 17.
Hello, Moon. There goes our fuel. So there's the Ninh Bridge. We'll stay in formation for now, but we've definitely been acquired. You can see the AAA. The bigger guns were... Where'd that KS-19 go? Or KS-12? There we go. Why is my F8 key broken? Yeah, he's attacking. Maybe not us specifically, but definitely the general area. Where's my... There we go. And you can bet there's going to be a lot more.
Bearing 87, maintain Angel Faith. Contact structure, your 2 o'clock flow. Contact structure, your 2 o'clock flow. 9 miles. Contact structure, your 2
All right, I'm not going to
structure, your 2 o'clock flow.
acknowledged. They got a lot of small caliber, well, relatively small caliber AAA. Let's try not to hit any of the buildings around it. Looks like our wingman might be taking a high pass. Our wing leader is taking a high pass, rather. Our wingman is coming in low, and I think I'm going to go for the dive bomb. So we're just going to come up in altitude until we're about 2 miles out, and then we will push over and drop 3 bombs down the center of the bridge. Oh, someone's just targeted me. Yep, there's the AAA. The right.
Waypoint Echo, bearing 72. Maintain Angel 8. Heat hot lead.
All right, I know we're not quite close enough yet, but they did their attacks. They missed.
On the way.
So now it's time for my attack. All right, I don't know if I like being this low. But yeah, that's kind of why. Oh, he took some shrapnel damage there. You can see he took a little fire. I'm surprised they didn't do any AAA suppression, but I guess this is a... we took some shrapnel damage there. I suppose this is pretty much an in and out. And the only reason we're even taking this right now is... Okay, yeah. Screw this. I am not following our wing leader as he just gently flies through this. I am going to gain altitude. Chaff dispenser. And we are going to start jinking. Yeah, as you can see, we are pretty beat up. This shouldn't be too bad once we get a few miles out. But we want to change our altitude, velocity, our altitude, speed, and vector. No, I screwed that up again.
Inbound, waypoint Foxtrot, bearing 13.
We want to change our altitude, direction, yeah, our altitude, vector, and speed, which would be altitude and velocity. All right. Now we seem to be out of the range of their ground-based AAA. So I think we can relax a little bit. They might send out MiGs after us, but probably not at this point. I mean, we're already retreating. So it doesn't make sense to chase us out into our own territory where we would have, you know, missile-armed ships and fighter patrols ready to greet them. So I think we can safely turn off the RWR at this point. But yeah, let this be a lesson to never just blindly follow your wing leader. As the AI, you know, they're just going to follow the waypoints. They aren't smart enough to try to dodge the flak, so... Yeah, we ended up taking 70% max damage there, so it's going to be... well, if we have to fly an A4 next time, it'll be a different A4, because this one's going to be under repairs for a while. We'll effectively have to spend 90 man hours on it, I think, because there's every aircraft incurs 10% damage just from being used, which is just to simulate regular wear and tear on the aircraft. Then there is this number, and that's added after everything else. So that's added to our 70% damage. And so that'll end up being a total of 80% damage. Each percent of damage is worth 1 man hour. And then every subsystem that gets damaged takes 10 man hours to repair. And I saw our chaff dispenser was damaged. So that means we will have to spend 10 man hours on the chaff dispenser. And all in all, that will end up being 90 man hours to get this guy back into action. All right. Thank God we're almost to this ship, because the fact that they just can't fly nice and easy is annoying.
Bearing 316. Descend to Angel 0.
All right. All right, so we're gonna kind of enter the pattern here. We're gonna stay a little further out than our wingman. We'll let him go in. Honestly, night landings in Fighter's Anthology are a lot easier than in real life, since you can actually still see what's going on. All right, so we will take this next one. All right. Oh. So, all right, we're 10 miles out. Not enough to trigger the there we go. Now we got the ILS triggered. We have landing clearance.
Wind at 1/4 knot. Go left.
14 knots, that's pretty gusty. Altitude is about right on. Up now we're
Go left. Go left. 3 miles.
3 miles already, holy shit.
Slower.
All right, slowing down.
Slower. 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 Miles. Higher. Higher.
All right.
Higher.
Ooh.
Higher. Higher. Higher.
Working on it.
Higher. Higher. Call the ball.
On the ball.
Higher. 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 On the ball.
Yep, see now.
Lower.
There we go. There we go. Fair landing. I will take that. Okay, so those were Sky Raiders coming back earlier. Alright, so we'll just find a nice, tidy place to park ourselves here. And there we go. So then all that should be left is our wingman. And we'll see where he decides to end up landing. Swiss Fleet, wing leader. We have the Sundowners and the Black Knights. And here's our wingman. Okay, no, that's just beautiful. Let's see. We do. So since this cat officer has been changed to be manually targeted, it lets you get a nice view of things. This game does not do well with small objects. It's when you zoom in, you can see it, like basically his center point is above him. So, but there we got a nice little contingent there. That's actually pretty beautiful. All right, so okay, I'll finish admiring the game later. All right, debrief. USS Midway, CVA-41, Carrier Air Wing 2, date 10th of May 1965, mission Thai Binh Bridge collapse, resolution success. A4 Skyhawks attacked the Thai Binh Bridge just east of Nam Dinh. 11 other North Vietnamese bridges were attacked by US and VNAF aircraft over the next 2 days, with 4 reportedly knocked out. Mission outcome success, destroyed the target, protected the 3 friendly objectives. I assume maybe some of those were like the city blocks near the target. Lapse time 56 minutes 4 seconds. We took 70% damage and had a landing grade of 50%. I presume this would be our wing leader then. Was alive with 8% damage and had a landing grade of 59%. And we have the bridge kill to our name, and we only dropped 1 bomb. I don't think okay, so the chaff dispenser apparently doesn't count as a subsystem, but I know, like, for example, flight control surfaces do, landing gear does, hydraulics does, engine does. But yeah, so you can see here, it still needs 30 man hours of repair. So we'll just have to not use that one next time, which is fine. We have another A4 here somewhere. Oh yeah, right next to it. So yeah, so we should be good to go. Yeah, I personally probably didn't need the extra fuel tank, but I think our wingman did. So what I might do is, because the fuel tank and like the missiles in general are so low, I might just increase the fuel tanks, because I mean those are a dime a dozen essentially. They're just empty. They're just steel tanks filled with fuel that are dropped when they're needed. So, or rather when they're empty. So like they're probably some of the cheaper stores that that aircraft fly with. If it becomes a problem, I might go in the editor and up those, but I don't think it will at this point. We've got plenty of variety. We have plenty of configurations, but just an option if our wingmen end up using up fuel tanks rapidly, because I do not care to babysit them anymore. So, but yeah, we made it through. So yeah, that was this week's episode. So thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and stay safe out there, and we'll see you then.